Did it, did it, did it, did it, did it,
Oh
did
my
it, did it, did it, did it, did it. Yo, what's up, everybody? Looks like this is on the couch with Ryan. Exciting stuff. We are here tonight with my favorite friend, Miss Eran Williams, the Queen of Memphis. One of my favorite friends. Erin, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
God. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Erin. Well, first, what I wanted to do was kind of talk to you a little bit tonight, just about a little bit of elevator speech. You know what I'm saying? Like who you are, where you're from, and how you got there.
Well, my name is Erin. A lot of people call me Eran from like
Yeah.
college days.
Okay.
I'm from Memphis,
Memphis 10, Memphis 10.
born and raised. What else? That's it.
Well, talk to me a little bit about Aaron. What do you do in Memphis, and what are you actively doing during the quarantine?
Well, I'm a grad student.
Okay.
I work at Old Navy and TJ Maxx, but due to quarantine, that we are closed for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, it sucks with the quarantine stuff, I think everybody's kind of getting cabin fever.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing is, distance yourself from people, wash your hands. If you weren't washing your hands before, wash your hands. That's the biggest thing that people don't realize, like, of spreading germs. Like, wash your hands. It's not that hard, but that's the hardest thing people do.
What are you going to school for right now?
I'm in nursing school.
Ooh, all right, all right, all right. Is it awkward like with all the frontline people potentially being in danger right now, and just like realistically being in that space that you guys are, the front line. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's really awkward, I want to say, but I think also you have to think, as what we're taught is like, you have to protect yourself in any way.
yeah,
So this isn't something that is not new to me, but like I was telling my family, like we've been doing like all these protocols of being, protective of yourself, like, wipe your shoes off, wipe your shoes down, don't come in and bring any, trace of germs and stuff like that. So, I mean, it is hard because it sucks. Like, anybody in the healthcare profession, I just feel for you because you have to get up every day,
yeah.
go to work when you don't want to. But if you don't, you're out of, like you're out of a job and stuff. So it's just hard. And then I think the biggest thing is to really educate people. If they don't know something, ask or be like, hey, I can send you to this person so you know how to protect yourself.
Once again, you guys, you're watching On the Couch with Ryan. I got my guest, big time Eran, the number one Delta that I have ever met. You better know she will set it out in a month of Sundays and take you all the way down to Delta Land. It's always a big shout out to DST, ooh, in the house.
Yes.
Um, my next question was going to be, with the pandemic happening, has that changed your thought about potentially being in healthcare, or just your thoughts about just being safe in general doing your job? Because I know every day, I'm gonna go in and realistically I potentially will come home and nothing will happen. But for you going into work might be a situation where you come home and bring something back to your family.
I mean, that's always something to always think about. I
Right.
mean, you never know like what you can come in contact with the patient. But yet again, if the patient does have something, there's protocols beyond protocols of what you have to do. And I mean, like I tell my patient when I see them, like even though I sanitize my hands, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna wash my hands in front of you because you just, I
Hmm.
don't know who's been touching you versus you don't know who I've been touching. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's just the way I feel like, and it makes it at ease. Like, okay, if you get into the habit of protecting yourself or saying, like, okay, well, can you wash your hands? It just causes you not to, it just helps you with not having so many coming in contact with, anything.
All
But
right.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
always a thing you think about. I think about it every day now, even more.
I feel like, yeah, how could you not? You know what I'm saying? It's like a police officer when they see somebody, getting shot, being a police officer, or a teacher feeling like, they got something happen to them in the classroom. It's like when you see it out in real life, you got to start kind of seeing things a little bit differently. But that's one of the cool things about, I feel like, the quarantine is that we're having to look at things a lot differently, and potentially we come out better on the other side, or, what I'm saying, we grow through it together. And I think that's kind of the cool thing, like right now.
Right.
But moving away from some of the deep stuff, let's talk about you. Let's talk about Eran, and getting on tonight. And just this is a free floating environment. This is just me talking with my friends, and I'm just excited to be here on with you. But Eran, let me put my hand up. Eran, that's how Oprah look at people. Tell me about the greatest accomplishment that you've completed thus far. What are you most proud of?
Oh gosh. Graduating from college, one, I feel like that was a big thing. I mean, I knew it was like I was going to college, but just being in it, and I always look back now, and I feel like now I'm always thankful, but I'm just like even more thankful, like because my mom was like, "You're going to Lane." I didn't have a clue about Lane, but I was telling her now, like I'm just so thankful for just the friendships that I've made. Of course, like your family, the connections I've made, and just connecting with people. And I feel like everybody says that about their, alma maters and stuff, but I feel like with Lane, like we truly help anybody and everybody if you're Lane College, and I
Big
think that was
facts.
so
Big
big
facts.
accomplishment. It's just been like, I graduated from an HBCU. Everybody can't say that, but I can.
Okay. All right. Want to get your thoughts on this. Since we have been in quarantine, I wanted to get your thoughts on it and just kind of see, where you're at with it. So check it out.
I hate it. I mean, I love being at home. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but I think now it's just like you got to figure out what to do, and I feel like the ones who have to work and stuff, you have to you're gonna have to find different dynamics and be like, okay, let's have better family time. You can
Well, this is
home.
what I'm talking about, Aaron. This is the family time. Check it out. So I just posted this. I know you could probably see it if you look on the screen on mine. It says Atlanta famous strip club Magic City is offering virtual lap dances for people on Corona
Oh
lockdown.
my
My
god.
my first question to you, Aaron, is: do you support this type of capitalism, and do you feel like it's innovative that they are trying to meet their people where they're at?
I mean, if you go to strip clubs and you need that, that's you. I feel like they got to make their money.
Yeah.
Like if that whoever's the owner, that's your business. You got to make your money some type of way.
Hmm.
But I think too, like being with the tea company, L's Elixirs,
Yes.
we're a loose leaf tea company, and we always are, going out and vending places. But now
Hmm.
that we don't, now it's kind of like, okay, we can do deliveries for you, we
Right.
can, drop offs or whatever. So you got to find a way to support your business,
Okay.
So I feel like at this time, it's like it helps you to be like, okay, well, what can I do differently to help my brand? Because either you're gonna sink or swim,
Well,
and
see, that's such a cool thing, because that's one of the reasons I wanted to invite you on here tonight, because it's like women empowerment is such a cool thing. I think we still in March? Yeah, we're still in March. It's Women Empowerment Month. Um, I think women in business is amazing. Could you kind of talk to me a little bit about your entrepreneurship and what you're doing to kind of change the game in Memphis and across the world?
well, yeah. My sister started this company, L's Elixirs. My
Hmm.
niece's middle name is Els,
Oh,
and it was just more about self care. And
yeah.
you can do self care in a cup, where if like a lot of people have anxiety, and our tea helps with anxiety, and we have regular tea, and then we have tea infused with CBD, and that helps with just anxiety, inflammation, pain, joint pain and stuff. And
Hmm.
so with this, we kind of wanted to figure out something that basically you can just help yourself, and where you don't have to, go out to the stores, or like how you go to Tivana and just sit there and drink a Tivana. You can do it at home and relax in the comfort of your home. So, and I know a lot of people are scared, like you hear CBD. what is it? And my sister really does a good job of breaking it down for you. And just like, she likes to do the one-on-one stuff. So where you have the regular tea and the tea with the CBD where you can sip it.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it in your bath, like if you want to soak in your bath.
Yeah.
You have it like that. Or if you take a shower, you put the tea bag on top of your shower spout and it comes out and you can smoke it. A lot of people do hookah. So
Yeah.
if you want to know any more about L's Elixirs, go on Facebook, L's Elixirs. We have a page, Instagram, L's Elixirs. Our email, lselixirs.com, lselixirs@gmail.com, or our
Okay.
website, lselixirs.com.
So basically, you guys are doing a whole host of products that are CBD infused.
With CBD or without CBD.
Okay.
So that way you can enjoy it either way or however it makes you feel. And a lot of people, like my mother, she uses it like for joints and stuff, or
Hmm.
aches and pains and stuff. So we just have a variety of customers. But I mean, we have the support, and I love the support of it.
I'm just excited to see it. I think it's such a cool thing. And then I think about what you guys are doing and how that's going to really affect your niece and just really being able to say, hey, look, you don't have to wait for somebody to give you a job. You can go out here and make it yourself and
Right.
really be successful and try something different. And it's Memphis made. I just want to say
Yes,
that. It's
Memphis
Memphis
made.
made. Memphis, 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 Memphis. Aaron, what do you do when you're having a bad day to change that? What can get you in a better spot after having a bad day?
I mean, really, I think now, if anything, I have to self reflect and be like, okay, how did I get here?
Hmm.
Why did I get here? And how do I get out of it? And
Hmm.
if that's me, one, going to sleep. I love my sleep time now.
Come on, somebody.
I love sleep time. Cooking, I love like watching cooking channels, and I love to cook. And I think I'm just cooking more because maybe because my mom's like, I'm not cooking all like that anymore. But
Yeah.
I think like cooking and just trying to make family, favorite family recipes and stuff like that. That helps. And my niece, like anything, I could be sad and like my niece just comes running at me and just brightens my day. So
The vibes that a baby gives you is like it's
it's
exciting.
everything.
Right,
It's
right. I feel like the
everything.
older
Oh,
you
why
get,
is
the
that
more you're
there?
affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Like the older you get, it's like, oh my God, look at that little thing over there that I don't have to take care of all the time. Yeah, come on over here. Spend some time with me. Uh,
Right.
let's see. What is the best pickup line a guy has ever used on you that worked?
I don't even know.
Come on, think. I need something. You can't
The
just
best
come.
pickup line?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like yo, baby, yo, but I mean, if it worked, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm trying to hear it. I'm trying to hear it.
I don't. Why are you so far? I don't know. That doesn't work. I don't know.
And if you in the comments, y'all can add it too. What's the best pickup line? You know what I'm saying? That someone's ever used on you. We'll go ahead and flash it up here. But Aaron, I'm not letting you get away from it. What is the best
I
thing?
think corny. I don't know. I feel like corny. It's corny lines, and I laugh, and I'm like, you really like came talking
Yeah.
to me like that. I mean, they always want to talk about my boobs or something like dang, but I just laugh. But
All right, all right. What's the most corniest pickup line that you've ever used to talk to somebody?
I don't use pickup lines.
Oh, straight up, no chaser. Eran coming straight to the what's up? How you doing?
No.
Do you feel like you would you ever feel comfortable asking a man to buy you a drink?
Uh, I guess if I know him, I mean, but like
No, I'm
strangers,
saying like if you at the bar and it's a Friday night, you look in top 10, which you always look top 10, Eran. But would, would you feel comfortable walking up to, tall, dark, and handsome and saying, "Hey, Big Daddy, go ahead and drop me off a Jose Cuervo and I don't know what I don't know. I'm not big on the drink ordering."
no.
Okay, all right, all right. I like that keeping it real classy like them Deltas always do. That's what I'm.
Oh my gosh.
It leads me to the next question. Do you feel like it's comfortable to split a check on the first date?
Uh, I don't know. I guess it depends on how the date is going. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always gonna be prepared for me because you never know. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like at this, I would want the guy to pay,
Mhm.
but and in these times, it's like you don't know. So if the date's not going well for me, all right, I don't mind paying my portion and bouncing, but I'm
Has has that ever happened to you? Personal experience. Has it ever happened to you where a guy says, "Hey, appreciate you coming out, but I need you to hit this thing."
no, no.
Oh no, it's never happened. I'm sorry, I never met him, never seen him, never did it. You know what? I think I mean, again, that's like one of those weird things where it's, I don't know. I think about my son and being like a guy. I've always paid for my wife. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
anyone, if you dated Ryan and you out there, you know this is the truth too. And I put this on everything. Ryan always paid. There was never that situation. Some people, I mean, there's some guys I talk to a certain extent, they feel like, oh, nah, man, you being a sucker if you pay for the woman up front. I mean, you should just, you know what I'm saying? It should just be
I
split
think
because
it's
you never know where it's
different
gonna go.
how like the new generation is,
Mm-hmm.
and I think for me now, I think I've just always been taught like, yeah, let the man cater to you, but you make sure you have your way. If something happens, you're not stuck somewhere. And I think this new generation is kind of like, okay, well, I'm not gonna, pay for the girl, this, that, and the third. And girls are okay with that. Whereas
Yeah.
I'm looking like I might not be okay with that, and that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
So, what do you want more than anything right now, as a woman that is in, I guess you would almost say, the middle part of her life? What is it that you want more than anything?
what I want more than anything, I just want to one financially secure. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's the biggest thing. Really that, and just be happy where I mean, I'm happy, but I just feel like stable, like I'm okay, like I'm not like I gotta keep worrying about like, do I have this, do I have that, you know what I mean? I just
Mm-hmm.
rather feel like, I think it's too, if you're not financially stable, you always kind of have to wonder, and I think that's the biggest thing now. And like as we getting older, like, okay, I can have more or I want more.
Yeah, it's okay to be happy, but it kind of makes you feel a little bit better when you got a place to come home that's nice, and a vehicle that can get
Yes.
you around, and maybe some stability. But I do feel like tomorrow is never promised, so I kind of feel like you have to have that balance in between knowing that you got to live for today, but then you also got to be planning. You know what I'm saying, for the future. And I always kind of figure out like where's that balance of being like, man, screw it, I'm gonna just go buy that damn TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm gonna go take that trip, and then it's like now we're in this situation, with COVID, where it's like, well, damn, maybe I should have went. Maybe I should have did something before. Where
Right.
realistically, I'm restricted
Or
now.
oh dang, I went, now I got COVID. So,
He said, no.
so it's like you
Now I
didn't
got the
you
now I
didn't
got the juice. Yeah, yeah. Now I got the juice. Now, um, um, what's the hardest thing that you've had to get through as an adult?
Ooh, God, the hardest thing. I think maybe being really content with myself and I think now, everybody gets caught up with like, oh, I have so many friends, or you know what I'm saying? And where you see who your real friends are. As I feel like as you get older, you see who your real friends are, see who are riding for you, and who are
Mhm.
just probably jealous of you. And I think, sometimes I would feel like, oh, well, I don't understand like what, I'm always like, I always want to see the best in everybody. But I think that's the biggest thing for me is just really like being content with me and being
Mhm.
okay. Like, if, everybody's gone, like, I'm okay with me.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of those weird things where, as we again kind of get older, we kind of see things in perspective. That's kind of like I was, just having a conversation with Colby about. It was just like, yo, it's so different now in this space when you're older and you're just really trying to figure out. Like, I really think life starts, past 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
Yeah,
still.
I absolutely.
Do you feel like you've ever had to be in a situation, where you had to put your pride away because of where you were in life and just being able to function?
Yeah, yeah, I think one, being in college, you had like this, like, okay, this is my dream, this is like what my plan is, and then life happens, and you experience life. And I mean, like, really experience things, so it's kind of like you get thrown for a loop. So some things you just have to put your pride aside and be like, okay, well, to get me to this next task, I might have to take this job. I might not like it, but I'm gonna take it just to help me. And I think that's the biggest thing.
Do you feel like pride can get in the way of some people of being successful?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think for me, sometimes like I work in HR, and one of those things I always deal with is, you call somebody about an opportunity or a job, and it's like you're not working, and realistically, you know what I'm saying, you're saying you would be excited to just say, well, maybe just take the opportunity just to get in the door, and I feel like when you first get out of college, or you just getting out of trade school or the military, and you feel like, what I'm saying, I gotta have this or I gotta have that, when it's just like, if you could start at the ground level, what I'm saying, you look at people who didn't have anything and made it to the top. It always excites me when you hear that good story of somebody actually, what I'm saying, making it from administrative assistant to, what I'm saying, the boardroom. And it's like, you couldn't do that is unless you put your pride away, when realistically, you could be not working at all. So it's just wild to me sometimes how, people get in the way of themselves being successful.
Right. It is.
When do you feel like it's okay to give up on a friendship?
When it's okay to give up on a friendship.
Yeah.
Um, I think if they're just not there for you, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have to go through some things, and I think if you're giving more and doing more, I mean, I hate to say like, oh, you have to keep tabs or whatever, but if you get to a point to where you're like, okay, I've noticed I'm doing A through Z for this person,
Yeah.
but they haven't done this, or certain things you do, you see like they might be jealous. You people in your ear, a lot of people will be in your ear and be like, so and so is really jealous of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're trying to see the best in them, and so I think it's just when it's not working for you, or if it's taking so much of your energy away, and it's hurting your spirit, then that's when you got to remove yourself. Because I just feel like if you allow anybody to get your spirit down,
Yeah.
that's a problem, and you got to fix it. You know what I mean?
Just
Yeah.
consistently though, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the part where you're like, all right, well maybe we need to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Tell me a lie that you told your mom that she doesn't know was a lie.
um, I was riding with my lines to Detroit, but I really drove to Detroit.
That forerunner was on 75. Do you hear me?
I miss my forerunner.
What a you out here wilding right now, Aaron. Uh, so why didn't you tell your mom you was driving to Detroit?
Because I knew she didn't want me to drive, but I was like, if they were like, if you supply your car, then we'll pay for you to go. And I'm like, cool. But I think she knew, but I just was like, no,
We all made some wild choices back in the day, didn't we? Didn't we all?
back in the day.
Well, that's all right. We got the thing
Hey,
is we got
Nick.
that's right, Nick showing love on here. Um, if you had to get it on in a Hogwarts house, what would it be?
Wait, what?
Look, I don't write these questions. They come to me.
What?
If you had to get it on in a Hogwarts, house, Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, all that good stuff, which one would you have made a decision?
I mean, I would get on. I would like to be in Gryffindor. I would say that.
Okay, you know what? I like that. I think that it makes sense. Hold on, Chris just put in here. There's a PhD journalism of grads who don't ask questions as internationally. I like that. There you go. As Ryan's fan, take notes, kids. Come on now. This is what I'm talking about. No, I mean, I think that when I get on here, though, it's so exciting to talk to my friends. And then I just feel like, you're usually doing this at a job. You're doing this in the aisle at Walmart. You catch somebody in the club like Erin because she be partying all the time.
What?
No, no. What I wanted to get into a little bit, Erin, I feel like Memphis is making this mad crazy resurgence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's sports, just lifestyle. People for the first time are moving to Memphis more than they're moving to Nashville. Talk to me a little bit about your hometown. Talk to me about what keeps you there and like what is exciting about being there now comparable to 10, 15 years ago.
I mean, like they say, home is where the heart is.
Yeah.
I love Memphis.
Hmm.
I love, I love Raleigh. I've been here ever since I was born. It's the same people on my block. I feel like I'm just starting to get in with people, but I don't know. I feel like more people are moving to Nashville, maybe Memphis. I feel like Memphis could be like Nashville and how they have like everything, just like you go to West End and it's so much new stuff. You go, Antioch and stuff. You know what I mean?
But
Brentwood,
you can tell the
Bellwood.
difference, though. Don't you feel like you can tell the difference in Memphis comparable to 5 to 10 years ago?
Yeah, I mean it's different. I feel like we're starting to slowly rise up. It takes a minute. I do love like we have Black Restaurant Week. Cynthia Daniels, she's always just anything Black entrepreneur business, like she's always for. And so I think with that, I don't I don't know. I mean like I go out and travel everywhere, but I feel like this is home.
Yeah.
Take the good, the bad, the ugly, but it's still home to me. And so,
Where is the best place in Memphis to get barbecue, in your opinion?
who the best place to me? A&R Barbecue
Okay.
or the barbecue shop on Madison.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not a Corky's fan. I think Corky's is just for tourists. But
Hmm.
A&R Barbecue, that's my spot.
My wife
Or back
said,
in the day, it used to be Payne's, but Payne's is like no more.
yeah.
That was my spot.
My wife yelled in my ear. She said commissary.
I mean, I'll eat it. They have a commissary in Carterville now.
Little highfalutin, little bit. You know what I'm saying? I need to have a little bit of grease on my bag. I gotta have a little bit of danger when I go pick it up. That's
Right, right.
what's the biggest misconception about Memphis that people have that in your mind is just 100% not true?
Uh, the biggest misconception. It is a lot of great talent in Memphis. I feel like it's a lot of up and coming people who are just businesses or, anything like in schools, they always want to show like the negative. I feel like, anything bad crime happens, it's always, the bad areas of Memphis, if you want to call it. But there's crime in Collierville, there's crime in Arlington, but they keep it to themselves. And I just feel like that's the biggest thing. Like, I don't it was some meme going around on Twitter and it was just like, they're just like, we're not intelligent. I'm like, look at all these, people like look at the people from Lane who are from Memphis.
Yeah.
Great jobs, doing big things. So I feel like, you just put us down, but don't come from Memphis because we'll run up your gun up on you.
Run up, get done up. They don't call y'all the Bluff City for nothing, right?
We can not give you bug. We not give you bug if need be.
You know what? I would like for you to give me some of your favorite lyrics from Crime Mob, if you wouldn't mind. Just like give me like 2 or 3 snippets of just what you were feeling in 2002 to potentially 2005. Just whatever you can give me, please.
We knucking and bucking and ready to fight.
Can you please
Oh,
continue with? There ain't no stopping. Can you please give me just a little bit?
look. I think what's another song? Uh, what rock your hips, all that, whatever.
Yeah, give me just
I got
some. Just
32 flavors of this booty, delicious bubble gum, raspberry grape cherry.
I told y'all. Look, man, y'all watching on the couch with Ryan. Man, me and my girl Eran, we just sitting down here trying to press through, man. It's like we got all this time that we trying to figure it out, trying to, realistically just make sense of it. Because I think realistically in the next, 30, 40, 50 years, we probably gonna tell our kids about this, our grandkids. It's like to even be in a situation where the world just low key stops. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to kind of document it, see how people are feeling, and realistically just let them express themselves. Like, what do you feel like right now, Aaron, is the toughest part about, just the quarantine, the, I guess you would say the situation that it's not normal right now. Like, it's not normal. What do you feel like is the most not normal thing going on for you?
I feel like the toughest part is like the screening process. I feel like if this is such a big thing, you need to make it to where you're able to go get screened, but they're like, you got to present with symptoms. But some people, they don't present with symptoms, you know?
Hmm.
So I think that's the biggest thing. And that's the scariest thing because you don't know, unless you know somebody, and then you hear all these cases popping up. That's the biggest thing. And then, the quickest thing, like, is there something that can, how are we going to fix this? That's the biggest thing. And so being inside, but it needs to be like, okay, well, if you're feeling all these symptoms, or if you're not and you want to get tested, come in anyway,
Yeah,
that way, So I think that's the biggest and scariest thing. And then two, too, I feel for the kids, like, school's out, and some of these kids rely on food, and even your elderly people, your
yeah,
elderly, like, if you're not checking on them, they're prone to getting, infections and stuff, or, they're more susceptible, I'll say, to get infections. And, it's just them. And then the homeless,
yeah,
they can't fend for themselves. So it's just like, what we need to have stuff in place that can help everybody. The kids in school who, rely on school to get their meals, and now school's out, they can't get it. So it's just like, what do you do? But I see, like, a lot of people coming together, trying to package meals and stuff together. So, that's the beauty of it. Even when you're down and it's sad, it's still somebody trying to, make light of the situation.
So I saw a meme yesterday, and it said, "Y'all gonna turn around and catch chlamydia and gonorrhea before you catch COVID-19." Do you feel like this situation is just like a wake up call because people like? I'll be honest. I feel like people didn't wash their hands before. You know what I'm
People
saying?
are nasty. No,
Like,
trust
no,
me.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, do you feel like this is a wake up call? Like, something like this has to happen to get people to like start doing the basic stuff, like washing their body and their extremities when they go to the restroom, and like sneeze and cough. Like, because I feel like people didn't do it before.
I feel like if you didn't do it, yes, this is a wake up call, or you did it, but you're now like, oh my god, like, I really take this long washing my hands, or you really got to take this time to clean something. I think yes, because people are nasty. They've been nasty, and just like I said, you realize too, okay, if I see you cough, or you're coughing and you don't, protect yourself from coughing, this now, people, you need to say something,
Yeah,
like, that's nasty. You don't wash your hands, or especially if people going out and they come out the bathroom and don't wash their hands. I'm gonna say something, because I'm like, I don't know where you going, but you're not coming around me. Or just like the TSA agents, I feel like you see the TSA agents wear gloves all day long,
facts.
but how often do they change their gloves?
I
Like,
don't
think
know.
about that. And that's the thing. So, I just made them. I'm like, you got to change your gloves in front of me, because I don't know who you touched, you know? And even though you're trying to protect yourself, I'm trying to protect myself. And that's the thing. So, people, if you're flying, you go through, the TSA checkpoints and stuff, make them change their gloves. Just like when I go, in the hospital setting, or if I'm taking care of a patient, like, I'm like, all right, I'm a, do the hand sanitizer, but I still say I'm gonna wash my hands anyway, because
Yeah,
I don't know I don't know who's been touching you, what's been going on, but I'm gonna protect me and also protect you at the same time. And when I leave, I'm doing the same thing, and that's just the way to recognize, you know what you're doing. You touch money, we go to the ATMs and get money. You know who's been touching that money.
big facts. What do you feel like is close to your heart, either a charity or potentially a nonprofit, um, that you want to speak about to shed some light on potentially that makes a difference in your life, that you want to people know about?
Um, I feel like I work a lot with the Boys and Girls Club with Old Navy.
Yeah.
And I feel like they do a lot of stuff. I don't know if, I mean, I know, you see the ads and stuff,
Yeah.
but I feel like you don't really talk to these kids and
Hmm.
really see like what they want to do. Like, this one kid, he wants to be a chef, and I was just so amazed. Like, he can cook better than me. He could like chop the mints and all that stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you need a class, cause I think that's the beauty of it. Or one of them wants to be a doctor, and she already has her plan of like laid out. This is where I want to go to college. This is what I need to do. This is and I think that's the beauty of it. Like, we got to give back to charities, and I think we have to give back to us as well. And I love kind of anybody who I come in contact with, and they always talk about going to college and stuff. I always tell them about Lane,
Yeah.
and I always say like, don't sleep on HBCUs because it was a blessing to me and it could be a blessing to you, And I think, United Way, I think, it's just all these charities, I feel like, look, that's whatever's passionate for you. But I feel like just going to Boys and Girls and the center that's like right by Lemoyne and stuff, like they have like this garden where like they really like are growing all the food and stuff, and they're just doing big things and stuff. And I just think, a lot of people sleep on the Boys and Girls Club, and.
Look, I went to the Boys and Girls Club. My parents used it. I was optimist, junior optimist. I was about that. Like me and Denzel, we were at the club together. Nobody can say it didn't happen. No, Aaron, I just thank you so much for getting on with me. I know you didn't have to do it. There was reservations about doing it. You were like, Ryan, you need to send me questions before I'm gonna get on tonight and all this. But it was such a good time. And like anytime me and you link up, I just feel like the vibe is always so 100 and real. And I thank you from the
You
bottom
know
of my
the day
heart.
party. That day party was lit.
Look, me and day parties don't go together like they used to. I'm gonna tell you like this. Ryan
Now,
can't
yeah, you
host
was day
Ryan can't host the Lane College homecoming parade for a third year in a row. I'm going for the first Jordan 3P. If I keep going to these day parties. I need to get a new blazer. The other one's not fitting no more. My neck be hot. I just can't
Yeah,
do it.
you and day parties. Yeah, we gotta work on you with day parties.
Look, I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to be able to have the iron stomach of Eran Williams, the number one. Has never been touched, never been drunk under a table. She's always been at the top, never gonna be
Oh
taken
my
down. There's not a
gosh.
Q that wouldn't say the same thing.
Really? Wow.
No, no, seriously. I
Wow.
love you. I love you. Thank you for getting on. And look, y'all, you've been on the couch with Ryan. Thanks again to my guest. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. This is new to me.
Go
You know,
look, check out Els Elixir's Facebook, Instagram.
we need more
Add us,
plugs.
like us, check us out. Els
This is
Elixirs.
tonight's sponsor. You need the CBD, she got it. You ain't got to feel weird going to her,
Hit us
picking
up.
it
We
up.
got
It's
you.
not sketchy. And if you're in Memphis, go
Inflammation,
spend some
anxiety.
money.
We got
We're all right. We're gonna be out of here in a couple of weeks. Love y'all. We on tomorrow with some more guests. I'm excited. I don't know if you guys want to keep watching. I'm gonna keep doing this. But yeah, man, this has been beautiful. Love you guys.
you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Bye.